As many of you know, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is gearing up to star in and produce a remake to the 1986 classic Big Trouble in Little China. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, Johnson revealed that he's looking to bring on the director of the original, John Carpenter, as well. Johnson said the following: "We want to bring on John Carpenter. It felt like if we surrounded ourselves with the right group of people, the right writers who love the movie too, and wanted to honor it, bring on John Carpenter in some capacity. If we did that, then we had a shot at hopefully making something good. Let's see what feels good, what we can come up with, and then go from there. As we write it, if the whole thing starts to stink up, then we thank everybody for their efforts and accept this just couldn't make it." Christian, what do you think about Johnson's comments?
Well, I think, Schnepp, you said that your favorite Carpenter movie was which the one with paper. It doesn't matter what you think because it was The Rock saying Carpenter was going to be in this movie, having to be part of this movie. It's great. I love it. I love the idea just to have Carpenter on set and being able to talk about making the first one, and you want the consultant there. It's like it makes sense. It's like having Spielberg around for Jurassic World. It's the guy who created the world. Why wouldn't you want him there? It makes complete sense. I love the idea. Not directing. I don't want to see him direct it. I love Carpenter, but I just at this point, let's get somebody new. I still like my idea with Gareth Evans. So I think that could be something fun. But yeah, I like that The Rock is going to embrace what this movie is, and it always gives me optimism when they say, "I want to get back to what the original is all about and not stray too far away."
I freaking love these comments. This just goes to show not only is Rock the most electrifying person in Hollywood today, this dude is so social media savvy and he so understands his audience so well. Let's say he knows there's no chance he can get John Carpenter away from the slot machine at the Pechanga Casino where he's enjoying his retirement. Even just to say it is going to put so many, because look, I love the notion of The Rock in A Big Trouble in Little China, but let's call it what it is. There's a lot of people out there who didn't. And for him to invoke the name of John Carpenter and say, yeah, we want to get Carpenter involved and stuff like that, knowing that's going to quell a lot of that and make people go, oh, well, maybe this could be all right. But I also love what he says at the end. He's got such a good level head and communicates it. Hey, we're going to try putting this thing together, and if it's not working, we say, oh, well, we tried, and walk away from it. I love that mentality. This dude just continues to impress me. So yeah, anyway, Schnepp, what do you think?
I think that I could smell what The Rock is cooking right now, and I'm in agreement with him. I think getting Carpenter on as a consultant, and also it's a way of honoring John Carpenter as well. Because like when you get him on as a consultant, basically what you're saying is like, give that man $2 million, have him on set, have him at the writer's room.
$2 million.
Or whatever. Let's get,
I'm in the wrong line of business. I want to consult.
That's, he
does this. Does that work? Yes.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, look, I'm just saying, Carpenter deserves it, especially when they do these these relaunches and reboots, to have him, the guy who came up with this, in the room, throwing some ideas around, or like, hey, I wanted to try this. I didn't have the money for it. Or like 10 years later, I thought about this as a sequel. This could be fun. Just to spitball some ideas with the guy who actually came up with it and made it so much fun. I think he's incredibly intelligent and smart to go that route. And also, it does quell all the people who are like, what about, Carpenter should be involved. Carpenter doesn't even want to direct anymore. He just wants to chill out and relax. And if people want to remake his films, he said he's on record as saying they should, I should get a little piece of that. I'm the guy who helped come up with it. It shouldn't just be like, thanks. It should be like he should be involved in some way. So I think it's definitely honoring John Carpenter. So I totally love it.
And remember too, with people who are not happy with The Rock being involved with it, if John Carpenter gets involved with it, that almost legitimizes The Rock's presence. And it's well, John Carpenter. Now let's remember too, that this Big Trouble in Little China was one of the films that Carpenter didn't actually write. So he didn't write that one, unlike what he did with a lot of his other films. But still, I mean, his influence is so strong on that film that I think it just really goes towards your point.
It felt like a John Carpenter movie.
Well, I mean,
it very much does, yeah.
He's not on the screenplay, or maybe he's with like story by or whatever, but it's like he definitely brought in a lot of elements that he wanted to do. That's why they made it, is they wanted to make an homage to those kung fu films. They want to have this kind of action kind of stuff. So